Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. My name is Celine Ross, and I am a Janome educator, Janome Canada educator. And I'm sure all of you are quilters, or advanced, or a beginner. So today we will see another option of to make your quilt, of part of your quilt, real puffy. There's a few difference between molleton is in French, between batting and the new thing I will show you. I really hope you don't know what it is. I hope you're going to learn something new. So it's another option, okay? So I'll switch my camera. I hope I'm okay. Yes, I'm okay. So, and this, what I'm going to show you, it's for hand sewing and embroidery. I'm using the S9 today because I can do both. So first what I'm showing you here is, look extra puffy my sample is. How do you do this, Celine? Well, magic, magic. Okay. When you quilt, what do you use? A quilt sandwich, huh? Okay. You use batting. You use cotton, batting, cotton. Or just cotton batting, and then you do the other part, the backing later. It depends what type of quilting you're doing. So what I use, I'll show you my 3 favorite one, but there's more than what I'm showing you. I'm showing you what I do, okay? So here I have cotton, 100% cotton batting. This one is light. I'm using Quilter's Dream. Okay, this is what we have in Montreal, but it's not this I would buy anywhere else, but it's such a good quality, so clean. So this is what I like to use. But even if you use this, you have different thicknesses. Look at the difference between the 2 thicknesses. So it depends what you're buying, and the effect that you want to give to your quilt. Cotton, thin, thick. Quilter's Dream. Another one that I just love, it's from Hoop Sisters. It's called Battilizer. Battilizer is a batting with inside some stabilizer. So if you want to know more than what I'm saying, if you want the real description and the benefit of it, you Google Hoop Sisters. And the lady who developed this, maybe she wasn't alone. I don't know this information I don't have, but she's an ex Janome educator in America, in the United States. Her name is Annie Moody, and she developed this. It's very beautiful what they're doing. I said they're doing because she has Hoop Sisters, huh? So I have no commission of what I'm saying now. It's just that I love this type of batting. So the thickness is not too thick, not too soft. It's just good. Okay. I'll show you another one that I did just before, but I like this one. So that's the second one I use and I like. And if you really want to give a good loft of your batting, of your design, well, nothing better than wool. Wool is more expensive, of course. You don't find it everywhere. It's another option, and I love it. And in fact, Hoop Sisters, we're doing a project now, and she uses wool. It's called Lily Kala. So maybe you can, you will see on their website, you will see everything that they offer. And they use a lot the digitizer. So it worked to surf. Okay. So what I did here, I did sewing and I did embroidery. No, here, embroidery. But I'll show you more after. Okay? So why this magic? Let me show you. This is a quilt design. Maybe I should move. Hold on, I want you to see better. Bon, I hope I'm okay. So here I use variegated thread, okay, with that batting from Quilter's Dream. And you see, when I'll wash it, it'll shrink a bit. I don't know if you say shrink or puff a little bit, or looks antique, or will have another look. But if you want it extra puffy, look at this. And I did the same design. Look at the difference between the two of them. Okay? So how come this happened? Well, we have a magic product. I'll show you another one. You know, to prepare those 30 minutes, it takes days. So, and people understand with sample and by making also. So another design that I made, same design with the magic material that I'll show you. But when we puff it, it shrink all the way around. You see the difference between the two? And it's the same design, same width. They were exactly the same, but when I steam it, of course the puffy shrink, okay, to be thicker. So another difference. Look at this. How beautiful it is. We don't use this every day, but sometimes, you know, you want to make a change. Okay, this one here looks better when we have something around. So look at the nice puffy. If I put it this way, will you see the puffy? Yeah, you see how puffy it is. And if it's not puffy enough, you steam it a second time, a third time. There's no problem there. So this is one of the flat design, which is okay, and puffy. Okay. Then the last one. So I match, you know, they say when you have an ugly fabric, use a small part. This is what I did here. But I like it, really. It matches all my colors from the variegated thread. So this is what this is the result of the extra loft quilting. Okay, so what makes the magic? Let me find my sample here. Okay, I'll take one. This is what happened. So I used this material. I know one kind for sure. Wherever you are in the world, any company that you deal with, they have another name. But what I use here is heat and shrink. So I don't want to do any advertising, but you'll find it maybe from another company, another name, another manufacturer, distributor. So heat and shrink. So it's really thin. Of course, it's polyester. Okay, it's phrased so much. And you know, we're sewers with economic sewers, so I keep all my leftover because I reuse them on some part of a design. So when you buy it, it comes in a plastic, I should say in a bag. Okay, and it's fold like this. It is fold. Don't iron it, If you say, oh, I want it flat, well, bye-bye, you buy more, okay? Because if you put If you put the iron here, it shrinks already. You will never be able to use it. So you make sure you just flat it before you use it. Okay, so this is what I used, and like I said, keep the leftover. I'll show you why after. Like I say, look at this. It's so it's a bit messy, but we have good scissors, Janome scissors. Okay, so to do this, what do? If I sew, this is embroidery, so I'll start with sewing. If I sew, whoops, I'll take it out of my frame. If I sew, I use fabric and this heat and shrink. If I sew. So I did a few different ones. Where are you going to do this? Okay, maybe in a garment, because sewing oh yes, it could be in a quilt, also. So in a quilt, on a stretchy fabric, on a woven fabric, and I'll turn around. Look, the fabric is sewn. That heat and shrink is sewn underneath, and I did different sewing, just lines, okay, decorative stitches and lines, really small, 1 centimeter or half of an inch, and 1 inch square, and you see the result. I should say, yeah, the result. It's so different. You have to try it, and the effect depends on the thickness of your fabric and the space in between the stitches that you put. Don't worry, it'll never get out of this, huh? And when I'm finished, I don't keep this extra. I'll move this, so I don't need it. You be careful. You remove this, and well, if it's too small, you throw it in the garbage. But if it's good enough, you keep it. I remove the excess. And then, let's say I want to make cuff. So this cuff, I embroidered them. It's different. But let's say I want to make a puffy cuff. Then I lay my pattern, and I cut my pattern, and I sew it. Or a cuff, a collar, a yoke, pockets, one part of a garment. You can do also home deck, and of course in quilt. So here what I did is sewing, cotton or any fabric, and heat and shrink. That's option 1, sewing option, I should say. Sewing option. Okay. Then you say, well, I'm a quilter. Just before the live with you, I always give I teach a live in French. So I showed this to them. So I have 4 designs here. Large design, small design. And I'm going to use these today. Okay? So I showed how to baste everything together with the machine. I'm going to remove it because when we iron, we don't need this, huh? It'll stay in between, and I don't want that. So how do I do this? I did embroidery. This month with Janome America is a month of quilting, huh? I hope I'm saying right. All the educator will show you some quilting technique, give you quilting ideas. So this is why I use these designs. So this is a quilting design, but this is a sashiko design. Sashiko is lines like quilting, just different design. So I said, oh, let's give it a try. And I'll show you. I'll be right in front of you, so it better work. I didn't try it before. Okay. So what I do, you see, I sew all my thickness together. I don't touch my fabric. I just steam it. I don't have the best steamer. Look at the puffy. Look at this. And I don't touch my fabric. Look at this. I'll finish this one. I was afraid to come too close. I didn't want to do it in front of... look at this. It's really beautiful. It's another effect. You don't want this all the time, but it's different. It's another option. And here I have large design from the S9, and I previously steamed that one, and I'm going to steam the second one. Look, you see moving? The fabric is moving. I'm not touching my fabric. I'm just letting the steam do the job. Here you go. Hey, look at that. Okay. So here I have 4 designs. So you can see with variegated thread, there's no problem. Tone on tone, no problem. And I'll show you the back. I made a mistake here. Before you steam, you have to remove the excess. Okay. See? I can't use it anymore. So I'll show you. Don't do this. Do what I tell you, don't do what I do. So just to show you how bad it could be. I don't touch it, huh? But once it shrinks, it's finished. It won't shrink more than this. So you see, I can't use it anymore. I cannot use it anymore. And it's stiff, you know, it's crispy, I should say. So remove all the excess when you don't want it. Let's say, why do I keep all my little leftover? Why my little leftover, should I say? Let's say, why do I keep this? This is why. I want to show you a small one. Why do I keep that one? I say, oh my goodness, go in the garbage. Huh? Let's say I just want that part here. So I have to print my template, position everything, and add this just underneath where I want to, the design puff, extra loft puff, just where I want it. So sometimes, you know, that could be real interesting. Real interesting to add this technique or this not variety, this option into a design or a quilt or to a design. Okay. Now, I just want to show you that I basted before. Oh, okay. So let's say I have a design here. Do you use this option? Okay. This option is the based option. Okay. If I want to baste, you have 4 options. And I'm using, like I said, the S9. Skyline S9. This one will just show you the area of the design. That's all without any stitch. This one will baste all the way around the hoop, inside the hoop, the embroidery area. Let's say you have a piece of fabric or a slippery, or pieces of a batting or slippery fabric. This one basted twice. You know, when you have a fussy fabric, you baste it twice here. And that one, well, you tell your machine where you want to baste. You give the measurement to your machine. where to start, be careful, where to start and where to stop. It's it depends of your design. Okay, so it's not automatic like these two here. Here you choose the measurement, and the logo, the pictogram is that one. So what I did today to show you, I used quilt motif and sashiko motif. Each of them you can choose. It's straight line, no problem. Look at this. It'd be nice, you know, with puffy. You know what? We don't care about confinement. We have our sewing machine. Now I'll move the camera, but sorry, I'll go in front of the. Okay, that quilt. No, this way. That quilt I made with. Okay, I use a few software. Even if I want to do it, no, I want to do it, no, I can't. Oh, if I back up a bit, no, it's not nice. Okay, I'll stay like this. So what I did, AccuFill, but inside I have, the sandwich is cotton, batting, cotton. My batting is battleizer for that quilt. But you see, the puffy is not extra loft. No problem. It's just when you want to create extra loft that you use that heat and shrink. So I use all the designs from a built-in machine. This one I use the 15,000, but any built-in design, you know, you made your own layout, and then I did the corner with horizon link, the corner or embroidery editor, or Accu Tools S, and I did ruler work in some corner. So a lot of variety, but this is to show, you know, this is a learning panel. It's not well, it's cute, but it's not it's a class, you know. It's not like I guess what you're used to do. Okay, so I hope you're going to do some variety with your designs and your quilting. Oh, hold on, I just want to show them to you again, just to lay in here. So you really see the difference between all the designs. And just with that little piece of fabric. And even if you use it, it's soft. It's not stiff. And I can make a nice carrying case, or a nice placemat, or a cushion, or you know, you can use it. Creativity is it's in your head, huh? And in your hands. Look at this. So I can use, let's say I put a zipper here. I can use one side this design and make a little bag with the other side, and then use it even if I teach with it. It looks good with the around, you know, with the border. It looks good. And I told you about all the batting, different batting, different thickness, and with the battleizer. Battleizer, I don't use it only for quilting. I use it even for embroidery designs. Today I was just okay. I saw, you know, when it's tone on tone, I use the iris thread that Janome Canada, anyway, Janome Canada is a distributor, and as a variegated thread on my embroidery here, on this embroidery, I use the variegated thread from Madeira. Okay. Of course, I have my regular tools that I cannot sew without them. You know, I'm used to them, and I use them. And I use the S9 machine, which is a combo machine. It says combo sewing and embroidery, but it's more than this: sewing, embroidery, quilting, decorative stitches, you know, name it. There's a lot that the machine can do. So I'll switch the screen. Okay. So I hope you learned something new, because of course we want to show something new. I'll take this opportunity to thank you for all your comments. You know, good or bad, makes me become better. So bad, I'm not crazy about them, but good, I'm very happy. But I take them. I wish you a good week and a lot of sewing and testing. Test this. Janome America should have, how should I say, a page that everybody will show their test. Send a picture. That should be done. That will encourage everybody to show their stuff and to do more, and one give an idea to the other one. Okay, so I wish you a good week, and I'll see you next week with something else. You'll be happy again. I hope. So you have a good week, everybody. Bye-bye.